Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is time for week 2 action. We've got Group G. You can see the table in the upper left-hand corner with all of the groups listed. Today is Group G action with 2 MCoC streamer extraordinaires. I know you love their streams. I know you know both these guys. I know you love their streams and their videos. GhostDog54 versus Enzo. I could not be more excited to get this one out to you today. We're going to be setting this up. We all came together very, very quick, so bear with me a little bit, but we're going to get this set up. And if you're not familiar with either of these guys, you really, honestly, you should be. The channels are linked in the description as well as the chat. Go support them both. You know, I like it when you support the competitors in these tournaments. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to stream. It takes a lot to play Battlegrounds, and then doing that together, that's even more so. We're going to keep setting this stuff up, and I will be right with you all. What is going on? Laser, Jason, and Jabbar Gaming, Infamous, Silver Gamer, and Growlers. What is going on, my friends? How are you all doing today? How is your, what day is it? This is Thursday? Is this Wednesday? I don't even know. It has been a heck of a week. I know it is for everyone. This time of year, it gets busy for everybody. I know that. I'm not special in this regard. But I do also have those issues as everyone else does. It is nonstop right now. But we're having fun. We're having fun. We're getting these tournaments going. And I'm pumped up for it. So we got GhostDog. We'll be pulling up his stream. And then Enzo will be streaming here ever so soon. And I will get all this set up for us. I feel like I may have been joined. Was I joined in the... Nope, I was not. I was not joined. I thought I was. I was duped. I was duped. All right, let's go ahead and take this down, and we'll start setting up the streams for these fine men. Of course, the stream that I have labeled is Legacy. Is huge, taking up a ton of room. And I will just set up a new one. No, let's see. Where's Yusafa? If you could let me know. Are we back? I fear I've lost you. I think we're back. Let me know. That'd be really helpful. We're back. Thank you very much. Like I said, this all came together at the very last second here. And so I'm doing my best to get it going for these 2 fine men. We will window capture, and we will call this Enzo. And, well, Enzo's just calling it welcome to the friend zone, which he always does. I love that. That is nice to see. Let's get that aspect ratio going good so we can zoom in on this man's beautiful face. Isn't it great when Enzo gets the pull he wants? He has some of the best crystal opening celebrations in the history of MCoC. Maybe ever. I don't know. I don't know enough about crystal openings, but Enzo is up there. I think there's no one that can doubt that. And then let's make another nice window capture for our boy GhostDog. And he has titled his Vega's Grandmaster. Look at that. There we go. And let's zoom in on him. This is coming together nicely. GhostDog's looking relaxed up there. He looks ready. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's come to play. And then we'll let this matchup get started. We'll do some adjusting of their screens if we need to. Thank you for the help, everybody. Thanks for letting me know we were back. It was a little bit of OBS issues there. We've got so many people in the chat today. What's going up? Silver Gamer, Laser, LC Music Trash, MSD Better. What's up, man? Eric Sai, Jintoki, how you doing, buddy? Nick136, dude, I saw your community post on how high you've made it up in the Battlegrounds in game. That's impressive. That is impressive. Thanks for letting me know we were back, Laser. That was really extremely helpful. LC Music Tracks, what's up, dude? Judas. Supporter extraordinaire, OG Highline coming in strong. What is up, dude? Let me get that up on the board. And it looks like they'll be starting their match soon. If it's a little off, because sometimes for those who have been watching for a while, you know that the streams are not always exactly on time. And we'll get it all paused up and so we can watch this. And we don't know too many results. There we go. I think we got that correct. By now, you'd think I would know how to spell OG Highline's name properly in my sleep. It's a supporter extraordinaire. Ziski, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here. All right. Looks like they're getting started. It looks to me like GhostDog stream is quite a bit ahead of Enzo's. Let me see. Yeah, it is significantly ahead. I am live on both of them. So I'm not sure how that is possible. Unless Enzo is running a outrageously long stream delay. Enzo's screen was frozen. Thank you, Judah. That's really helpful. That's great, actually, because that lets me know that you're pulling up, you're supporting these competitors, which is what I love. You know I love that. Judah, if you are listening in on Enzo's stream, do you happen to know, like, is he in game? Is he, as far as the game is concerned, are they matching? For those who haven't caught it too, the Crossbones is pretty bugged right now. He's able to just completely bypass his overrun cooldown, which should be happening. It's made him a little too powerful so at least for this week, we have banned him from the tournament. The Grandmaster for week 2, Cat Murdoch helped us figure it out. She supplied some extra bans, but that's only going to come into play if one of the competitors has a rank 4 Crossbones. I don't believe either of these competitors has one, so I think we'll be good. He's trying to get back on. Thank you, Juice. I do appreciate it. Does GhostDog have a YouTube channel? If so, absolutely, Black Panther. It is linked in the chat and in the description of this stream, of this video. So I really appreciate you asking, though. That lets me know that you're thinking about, which I love. I love. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, it looks like they're getting going. GhostDog stream is still a little bit ahead. So I'm going to pause it until we are at the same place. It is actually quite a bit ahead. And looks like Enzo's stream has just paused, or he's still having game issues. Lots of bugs this month. There does feel like an increase in bugs, for sure, with the game. Nick, I think they're both on iPads. Yeah, that's what I'm sensing here, too. You could see it in GhostDog's hands, for sure. And just the aspect ratios. I'm having a little more difficulty getting them exactly where I want. We'll have to wait for the match to start. His channel should be, everyone's channels are posted right there in the pinned comment. Enzo's been having trouble with his OBS recently. I just had trouble with mine, so that's not surprising. Enzo has a Swiss stream lag. I thought that was funny. I think you retracted it, but I thought that was funny. All right, well, let's just enjoy GhostDog's stream up there. We'll enjoy what we can out of Enzo's. But let's watch GhostDog putting on a nice show there. As you know, I love my dual threats. I am starting to move a little more towards having the nukes, as Nerd likes to call them. Hopefully some of you caught that stream. I learned a lot. Still have a long ways to go, but I learned a lot. Penny Parker's one of my favorite dual threats, and this is an example of it. That dual immunity that she's got. You know, we just put out the top 10 tech champions in the game. She does feature on that list, and we talk about that. Those unique dual immunity sets, you just never know when one of them is going to come in and help you out. I love that. It means you can take her so many more places. GhostDog looks like hers is about rank 3, so he's done a nice job. He's landed those incinerates, which is doing great work for him against Man-Thing there. Obviously, he's not immune. I also like that heal block's there. We know, see, like right now, no healing. It doesn't stay on forever, which is fine, right? But I think it's a nice add-on, so that did break out or prevent a little bit of the healing that Man-Thing would have otherwise been doing. About 50 seconds in, it looks like Enzo's running a nice high Mystic Dispersion. That's why you're seeing some of those bursts of power there from Man-Thing. That heal's not good. I think GhostDog's going to go straight into his SP2. Poor Enzo. He looks like he's just having some stream issues there. He's doing his best. It's always frustrating. It is so frustrating as a streamer when those things happen. And I appreciate him giving us a live look at it. Let's see how his fight even turned out. Looks like he actually did pretty well. That's a tough matchup with Cersei. You know, you want to get that stagger up first to prevent the glancing if possible when you can. So looks like Enzo's trying again. And his stream's actually ahead, so we will now pause his. Maybe he's got it all sorted. So he's picked. And we'll wait till GhostDog. It looks like we'll be picking his Nimrod on defense. That'll flip over, and we're good. We're good. We're good. We're live. It's like a hair. It's a half a second. That'll allow us to switch between looking at one screen towards the other as they go in. I see a lot of the comments. Hey, you misspelled stream. Oh, I got you. I always misspell. I misspeak all the time, much less misspell. What happened to Enzo's stream? I don't know. He's figuring it out. He's getting it sorted. Penny is. Oh, she really is. She really is. All right, so we've talked about this, and this came up, well, this was actually on a call with myself and Nerd. This Nimrod versus Nimrod. Nimrod is so difficult in this meta. Keep in mind, we're doing the friendly meta, the victory track meta. So it's the rich get richer, all those armor up buffs, plus you're hitting him. He's going to get the buff from the Fury there. You see all these buffs he's got. Use your own Nimrod. There's a chance you can bounce it out, but probably not. That exactly right there is part of what's making Nimrod so difficult. He's so easy to send to his SP3. Enzo's got a nice choice here, though, in his own Nimrod. Let's see. He shouldn't give up yet. Just because he pushed into his SP3, Nimrod is not immune to shock. So if Enzo's able to get off a nice SP2 there, he wants to make sure he's either in the orange phase or has up 10 of the eradicate charges, I believe. I can't think of the correct name, but you know what I'm talking about. So that way he can get those nice benefits. And then it looks like GhostDog's doing really well up there, using Domino, another dual threat. You know I love her. Especially if you get her at that really high sig, that does look like it's a rank 4. So usually we're used to seeing her used on defense, but GhostDog's playing it really smart. He knows that his Nimrod potentially is going to get to his SP3, could really prolong that match. Then he makes a mistake. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. He really had that there, but that's what Nick Fury can do. Gets into that second life, that massive Fury, you make a mistake, boom, you're done, you're dead. Enzo ties it up 1 apiece in the first round. Let me update that scoreboard. All right, so we are going into the deciding game. I try to call these games set match. Use some tennis terminology there. We're going to the deciding game of this first set. Okay, this is not. We've seen a lot of not ideal matchups, so I think just shows you kind of the bit of a chess match going on between these two guys. Scorpion versus Thing can work out relatively well. You really got to manage the rock stacks, though, right? There's a lot of hits in that SP1. I'm curious to see if GhostDog decides to just go with the SP2. He can get a lot of damage off. Yeah, he's doing that medium, so he's doing a nice job of getting his debuffs up there on Thing. You can hear my dog Nova barking in the background. I apologize for that. She wants to be part of the show. Enzo's doing a nice job getting the heal block there up on Rintra. He has to do a good job of managing those mystical charges. You saw me do a really poor job of that recently. Both of these matchups are going pretty well. Did you see the nice sting burst up there for GhostDog with his Scorpion? I might try to zoom in a little. I like seeing GhostDog, but I might try to zoom. Let me know what you all, the viewers, think. Do you want to see the zoomed in on a GhostDog's gameplay a little bit more? Because of the aspect ratios with the iPad, I'm not sure how much more we'd be able to do, though. It's more of a square effect when the OBS and stuff like that and the screens are more rectangular. This one's going to come down to the wire. They're both playing their matchups well. They both knew that their opponent was going to take some time. They're playing safe and steady, which is very smart. Both at very high health pools. Scorpions obviously higher. Oh, there's the mistake. There's the mistake. Thing lands that butt bomb of his off of the SP2. That's going to hurt. That could end up being the full and total difference here with the amount of health they've both taken off the defenders. I'll try, Nick. After I said, I realized I don't know how much we're gonna be able to get because of the aspect ratios of their streams. I will try. I'd like to zoom in a bit more, especially on Ghost Dogs. I think it's going to be that one mistake. So that Ghost Dog, it looks like Enzo will win this one 2-1. 2 critical mistakes. Ghost Dog really kind of he definitely had the Domino versus Fury one, in my opinion, for what I could tell. This one was a little bit closer. That's got to hurt. Let's see how he rebounds. I bet he rebounds nicely, but Enzo knows what he's doing. So there we go. All right, so we've got the first match score up there, and I'll take this opportunity between their matches to zoom in there a little bit on Ghost Dog. Where is he? There he is. Which means we're gonna. I like seeing him, but I know we want to see the match. There we go. I don't like not being able to see the man, but I think we can. We'll have a little bit better view of what's going on, which I do really like. Try to get the stream quality up as high as we possibly can. Adam, thank you for the very generous donation, my friend. We've talked. You and I've talked. Adam has been supplying some amazing statistics for all of this. I am trying to work on how I can get that out to you. He's presented it wonderfully. It's completely on my side and just a reality of my busy life. Thank you very much for the donation and all the support you give this channel, my friend. Anyone finding Professor X very good for Richie Richard? I have not seen that. That's interesting though, and I can kind of see that. Yeah, Laser, I thought of that too. It's a little more than I want to take on, considering my own OBS caused me to have to restart the whole stream earlier. I don't want to lose it, but I thought of that too, and I don't know. This is a unique one. DLL also plays and therefore streams on a iPad, but he's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that's consistently like that. Did I see Karate Mike versus Legacy? No, I didn't. I had a day from HE double else or was it hockey sticks yesterday? I even messed up my joke there, and I just completely missed it. Obviously that's a match I would love to stream. I missed their match in the first tournament too. Not only did I not stream it, I didn't get to see it, but I heard it was phenomenal. What's up, Zach? How you doing, buddy? Joey, I think I said hello earlier, but if I didn't, how you doing? Infamous, it was a day straight out of checkers, my friend. It was nonstop checker games all day long, and just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, it just started raining checkers. But you were in the tournament chat, so you're aware of some of the stuff that hit. All right, let's focus in on this Ghost Dog. That was a great matchup. That was a great match in a great set there in set 1. Going in for set 2, I have a feeling we're going to see this one. This might be one of those 2-1 every rounds. We had one of those recently. Mike was in God mode, wrecking all of Legacy's defenders. I saw that it looked like it was a bit of a comeback. I don't want to spoil it for. Well, it doesn't matter. I think people will enjoy watching anyway. So both those guys are so entertaining as well. I sense a little more oomph out of Mike, for lack of a better term. Although that might be the best term. When I saw his first matchup this tournament, I was like, I think that man's taking this a little bit more seriously. I think he's taking it a little bit more seriously, and it shows. Lags and Mike have got to be two of the favorites. They've got to be two of the favorites coming into this one. All right, so here we go. We've got, this is cool. Look at this. None other than Enzo getting Titania into the action early. Love it. Thank you, Enzo, for doing it. She is phenomenal. She's phenomenal. I want to see how this plays out. Look at all the debuffs she's going to be placing, going unblockable, unstoppable. It's a little bit of a tricky, for me, it feels a little chaotic. I do have a Titania myself as well. She's at rank 3. It feels a little chaotic, but I've watched enough Bitter Steel. I've listened enough to that. I've talked to DLL. DLL put out a great video on Titania as well, that I trust that if I just keep playing her enough, it's going to feel less chaotic. and might even start to feel like controlled. In fact, I don't recall who exactly it was. I think it might have been Bitter Steel. I've seen them even intentionally use the haymaker. Like Enzo's got it ready. Let's see if you can intentionally use it very strategically. There he goes. Let's see if he lands the heavy. He pulls back out, gets the intercept. I think maybe I'm curious why he did that. Maybe he's been playing in the current meta in Battlegrounds, but I've even seen strategic use of pushing the opponent to their SP3, knowing that you'll be indestructible and all those beautiful things. GhostDog does a nice job. I was so busy watching Titania, enjoying that. GhostDog does a nice job. That's a quick fight, but he lost a lot of health. He's probably thinking his Sasquatch is going to hold up, really delay this for quite a while. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if that strategy plays out for him. I mean, GhostDog did great. He just not too small, but unfortunately fatal mistakes in the last one. I think he takes that first match. Enzo's got a lot of Furies up, so he's doing some bigger damage. He's got his haymaker ready. Goes in and resets. I think if he can finish the Sassy off, he's got a shot. Because he's got so much health. I also wonder if he's running Inequity. All those debuffs he's placing might be helping him out. Throws that into a special one. Healing a Sassy is just too strong. Let's see what this turns out. Oh, look at that. 114 points was all that separated. You all can't see. I hope we can. Hopefully you pulled up both their streams. You can see GhostDog celebrating. He had the hands rubbing like there. I love seeing it. I love to see it. That was awesome. Mike, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in while you're driving, my friend. I appreciate you doing that. I do that myself quite a bit and try to say, I'm not going to be too chatty, but I am driving. So drive safe. Please don't chat at all. Please do us all a favor. But thank you for letting us know you're here. Joey, I know. Speak of the devil. Speak of Mike, and he shows up. Howard destroyed that dump. Mike and I did a friendly, and he used Howard to embarrass me too. It feels embarrassing losing to Howard the Duck. It does. There's still that stigma. Mike used Titania against Lagos yesterday, and he did the SP3. Oh, there you go. So that's one. I know I've seen it. That's the thing with being in 4 Loki is you see so many videos shared in an alliance chat, just like, hey, I took this cool fight. Here it is. And for me, it's really easy to forget. Like, did I see it in someone's video or was it just in line chat? All right, here we go. Ooh, I'm cool. I'm excited. Enzo's giving us all the exciting matchups here. I want to see this Terax versus Penny as well. Oh, and then Hulkling's so good for this meta. Let's see if... Okay, GhostDog did not get his unblockable off before throwing the SB2. Let's see if it ends up mattering. Because, as you know, for those of you Hulkling players, that would have given him the second Fury. But then he clutches it out with the awesome dex of Bishop's SP2. You're going up against Enzo Eigen. You know that Bishop's going to be SIG 200. You know he is. And that means that special 2 is going to be unblockable. GhostDog not worried about going unblockable. I think he figures he's got the stronger matchup. He has faith in his Penny. He needs this to land, and it does. It does. He wins on time. It looks like he wins on health. It looks like he's taken that. Really well played by GhostDog there. Really well. Still ends up with a score of almost 53,000. Got to feel good about that. You can see him celebrating a little bit, chugging that water. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Dominic. I appreciate it. Is it just you, or is Enzo one of the nicest guys ever? He truly is. Yep. All of my experiences being in 4 Loki. I've been in the same BG with him off and on for years. Just an outrageously nice person. Forthright, too, which I like. I like that. All right. So GhostDog takes that one 2-0, tying this up. Tying this up. There we go. And I'll update Enzo's score. We're all tied up at 1 apiece. As a host, I love to see this. When do Sam and Clown play? I believe Clown's going to play today, I think. Sam, I'm not sure. OG Highline, man, the last 2-3 days have been... Oh, jeez. They have been days, my friend. They have been days. And then as soon as I think something's handled, I find out it is not, or something else comes up. All right, so looking at the bans here, we've got Quicksilver, Valkyrie, Odin. Odin extremely strong in this meta. Same with Valkyrie. I think Valkyrie is strong in general, though. Quicksilver, so many people just don't want to fight her. Legacy did a really nice job banning mine. It kind of threw me off quite a bit. And then we see Archangel, Cosmic Ghost Rider is just demolishing things all the time. And Human Torch. Interesting to see Enzo go with those bans. Best as that. That looks like that's Enzo's bans. Yeah. That does, as a strategy I've often used, as my roster advantage is getting smaller. I'm not saying it's gone. I'm just saying it's getting smaller. I'm not enjoying that ban as much, but I can see why Enzo, because his roster advantage is probably still pretty present, I can see why he does that. And the idea for me ultimately was those are champions that can just minimize your roster advantage. You can kind of outdraft or have a roster advantage going into the thing, but then if your opponent gets Archangel, all of a sudden, it doesn't matter if their Archangels is rank 3 or something like that. They're still just going to cause problems. I think it's even more so for Cosmic Ghost Rider and Human Torch. So I'm curious if that's why Enzo's going with that. B McG, right back at you, dude. Right back at you. Mike, as in Karate Mike, is ban proof. I really think so, man. I really think everyone in this tournament could win it. I mean that. There are some players and some rosters who are going, I think, give them a better chance of winning it because it requires multiple wins, right? You've got to advance in the group stage, and then there's 4 weeks of knockout stage. There's 2 metas that you're going to have to face. There's a lot that's thrown at you, in addition to all the RNG of just the drafts and then the game itself. Like we have one competitor who, sadly, he literally can't use 2 of his rank 4 champions because of bugs in this game. So there are so many things being thrown at you that I think there are certain rosters and certain players that I would call the quote-unquote favorites. Karate Mike is definitely one of them due to skill, and then he has a roster to back it up. But first, you got to have that skill, and he's got it in spades. Do I think the coaching is helping you? Absolutely. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Thanks for the question, Saints. I'll talk about that a little bit more after this this round, because I do think it's helping me. I think if you just watch and you're not taking in the context, it looks like I've gotten worse. But I think it's similar to like someone who's trying to fix their golf swing or the way they shoot free throws or something like that for those who've played sports. It's going to look a lot worse before it gets better. Okay, B McG is probably excited. We got Overseer in here. This is one of his favorite matchups. He shows us this going here against Man-Thing. So great. You still got to manage the Mystic Dispersion a little bit, I think, but Overseer gets powered up so much more quickly every time Overseer or Man-Thing tries to nullify him or poison him. Let's see how this goes. Be curious to see if GhostDog decides to go to his SB3 or if he just gets enough cosmic power there. It looks like he decided just to go for it. Let's see. Now he should be ending his attacks in light. Looks like he's backing up. Maybe he's trying to make sure he gets the power under control. That is something to be concerned about. He also placed Rintra, so this is a really smart play on his part. Knowing that Rintra is going to take forever. That's assuming Enzo's even able to get Rintra down. That fight's going to take time. There's no reason to rush it. There's no reason to rush it. Just play real smart, clean, which is clearly what he's doing. Look at that. But that's the concern. That is it right there. That's why GhostDog had been playing so cautiously, just keeping it clean. But Enzo, 5 of 5 Mystic Dispersion. I feel very confident in it. Man-Thing goes to his SB3, and all of a sudden, the complexity of this game has totally changed. Totally changed. It's now on. Now, Enzo obviously doesn't know this. They're not watching each other's streams. GhostDog clearly wins on time, but he's only had 57% of his health. Enzo does not like taking that SP1 to the face right there. These guys are creating the drama. They're doing it for me. I love it. And Enzo GhostDog still comes out on top. Looks like just not enough health taken off of Rintra, given that GhostDog did get the full kill there. Nicely done to both of them. Nicely done to both of them. So GhostDog takes the lead in the third set. All right. So we've got... looks like Enzo decided to place his Maw. GhostDog's thinking this through. Goes with Nimrod. Enzo didn't have a fantastic matchup. I mean, Kingpin's one of those kind of all-around problem solvers, so see how that goes. And then we've got Longshot up there. This may... maybe this is one of those ones where I may find out that Longshot's an amazing option for Ebony Maw. I don't think that he is. So that for me, this is feeling like GhostDog's kind of kicking the fight to the third round to set up himself with a great matchup. But we'll see. We'll find out. Also, and we've talked about this earlier, yeah, weird matchups, I'd go Kingpin. Me too, but we talked about this earlier. Here's the thing is, one of the things that's so frustrating about fighting Nimrod in this meta is that he could just go to his SP3, or he starts just throwing so many specials because he's got this really crazy power game. That being said, Kingpin does not seem to care. He seems completely unfazed by it. But now, this feels like every time I fight Nimrod, I'm having to wait out the Unstoppable, I'm having to wait all these things, I'm having to bait specials. I can't tell if this is a rank 4 Kingpin or not. The PI looks a little too high to be a rank 3, but it seems awfully low. I don't know. I don't think they updated Kingpin's PI. If anyone in the chat knows, I'd appreciate it. And that matchup up top with Longshot and Maw is going just about how I thought it would go. So I guess I did not learn something new today. Or I guess I did learn. I learned the Longshot versus Maw, just not good in general. Just not good in general. Enzo takes that one, forcing a third game. These guys, I love it. And we don't even have cream cheese here to make sure this happens. We're doing this all on our own. This is just Enzo and GhostDog magic. Could be a 660-ish for... Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. It just seems strange given that it was Enzo. Given Enzo, they're all fours. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's true. I think maybe his PI on Kingpin's that low. The whole thing was shocking. And you're right. The adding in the ingredient of it being Enzo made the whole recipe seem very strange to me. Because to me, that should have been a lot higher. Oh, nice matchups on both sides. I think this has to favor, though, GhostDog with Magneto versus Omega Sentinel. He just turns off so much of what she does. Although her ability accuracy can't be lowered, I just still think this favors Magneto. I'm not really a Void player, so I'm open to the idea this could go well for Enzo, but I just don't think it will. That was a nice placement by Enzo. Okay, so maybe there's something I don't know. Let's see. I guess if this fight takes long enough, at some point that healing that he's trying his best to bait it. Teddy doesn't want to. You can see Enzo. I love the emotion this man shows. Hoping did not want to throw a special. He brutally and badly wanted to beat down Void with his SP3, and he does it. There's not much you can do. That's the meta. That's why Hulklin's a tough defender right now. He's a tough defender in general, but this meta is not helping matters. GhostDog playing that matchup really well up there. He's going through his SP3. I didn't see how many prowess he had, but it looks like it's going to do plenty of damage. And then remember, Omega Sentinel is not bleed immune. She just has a high resistance, so she's taking a little bit. And what's it called? A shrapnel bleed? Let's see what it explodes for. There it is. Whew. That was exciting. GhostDog takes the third set. Take a 2-1 lead. This is far from over, though. They've been 2-1, 2-0, 2-1. Amazing. Hulkling is insta-ban for you right now in this meta. Yeah, I can see that, especially if you don't have like your own highly ranked one. Going back, it looks like my analogy was understood, though, as far as Nerds coaching. I think Nerds coaching's been phenomenal. It's been incredibly helpful. It's helped me kind of, even though, like, for those who didn't see it, I posted it on Twitter, I believe. After Nerds coaching, I went on a run of like 25-4, something like that. Made it within however many matches that was, right into the Gladiator circuit, which meant that I was now doing a new meta. And because of the way Nerd kind of taught me to kind of think through setting up my deck, I think I have a much better deck for the new meta than I otherwise would have. Now, this is why I said it's kind of like resetting a golf swing or free throw motion, or, you know, how you throw a football or whatever. Is like when I had my match with Steve, I still had problems drafting and just kind of thinking through, because there's some of the champions I would have always drafted before were now ones I wasn't prioritizing as much. Then I had champions like Odin, who I just never use. I respect, he's a good champion. He's just someone I've never used. He's not really a dual threat. And so I used him, and I used him, I think, relatively poorly. And Nerd and I did talk that through. He's like, you actually drafted pretty well. He said, but your problem was in the actual matchups you picked. He's like, and then of course you made a lot of mistakes in the gameplay, which I definitely did. And again, is because, you know, someone like Odin, I don't even know if I ever made an Odin video, but I've watched DLLs, I've watched other people's. A long time listener, or not listener, but viewer, Kai's did some really cool Odin stuff. I know what Odin can do, but actually playing him and then using him in matchups, it goes in matchup versus Toad. That is not the ideal matchup, but it can work. And I messed it up a couple of times. I got Toad down. It was relatively impressive. But Steve, who was my opponent for the matchup, beat me because they did better. And so I think that process is going to take me a couple months. In fact, like I'm kind of setting goals for myself, let's call it. And the next tournament I put on is going to be a 3-star only tournament. My goal is to try to make it to the knockout stage in the following tournament. Because these guys are awesome. These guys are so good at the game and at Battlegrounds. So I'm trying to set a realistic goal, is to make it to the knockout stage in that following tournament, that 4th tournament of my own. So that's my goal. That's my goal. And if I look worse in the meantime and it feels worse in the meantime, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Bengals Nation, baby, they're looking good. I was telling my kids about that the other day because they're asking me who I thought was going to the Super Bowl. I was like, you know what? I hope it's the Eagles. Cowboys look good, better than I wish they would. A lot better than I wish they would. The Chiefs look good, and I was like, but those Bengals, I don't know. There's something about that squad. Experience in PG, so it is, Nick, and it's just all the credit in the world to folks like yourself that are high up on that list and doing great. You guys have earned that, in my opinion. I'm going to try to find the time so I can compete a little better with you all. All right, let's go into the... Carl's here. What is up? That's who Carl is, I think. I don't know. Still not totally sure. All right. We've seen this matchup before. We've seen Penny, Man-Thing. Let's see how it goes this time. We know that Man-Thing's going to be high in Mystic Dispersion, so we've constantly got that concern. Penny does have a power burn, but I think GhostDog's wanting to set up that SP2, not that SP1. Kingpin, the versatility, the damage. He's been doing a nice job. Sasquatch goes into Wrath of Tanarak. That's never fun. Oh, Enzo. Remember that Wrath of Tanarak, when he has nice job though, gets out of it, and Kingpin helped out a little bit there too. That SP1 off of Sasquatch, it's like a 10% chance to stun you in the block. When he's not in Wrath, when he's in Wrath, it's 100%. You're gonna get stunned. You gotta dex it. You gotta dex it. And things are going much more smoothly for GhostDog up there. Baits the SP2. Man-Thing throws it. I think he needs a little bit more charges, though, in order to get his SP2 to do the incinerates. Let's see how this goes. This is getting a little dicey. This is really dicey. Is the SP2 kill? He goes in, gets the hit. I hope you all were keying in on that up there. That was close. You can see GhostDog. Oh, he knows it. He knows it. He's celebrating, though. You got to celebrate. So, you know, sometimes it goes against you in this game. Sometimes it goes for you. I love it. I love it. Nicely done, GhostDog. Nicely done, dude. That was awesome. Yeah, Man-Thing was like, I have caused you enough problems in the last few years, my friend. I'm going to give you one. And nice job by GhostDog by going in there and attacking and doing what he could, right? Don't give up. Sometimes you just got to go for it. You got that right, Laser. You got that right. All right. GhostDog's got a shot to close this out right here. I didn't think I'd be saying that this early, the way these two have been going back and forth, but that's how it goes. All right. We see Nick Fury come out. Okay, two of the toughest defenders. Here we are. GhostDog does not have a phenomenal option. I think he's trying to figure out. I actually did Hulkling versus Hulkling myself not that long ago. It can go okay. One of the nice things is you can kind of balance out the power gain a little bit, so you don't have quite as big a concern, but it's not amazing. Let's see how he handles it. And so with a pretty solid option, this at least it's a mutant here, but it doesn't go phenomenally in my experience either. So this is an interesting one. There we go. Enzo sets it up. He's got a nice amount of prowess. I think he's going to throw his SP2 right now. It looked like his relic kicked in there, not making a material difference yet, though. I think we're still a few months out before those really start making major differences, noticeable differences, outside of just the striker alone. GhostDog's doing nice up there. I think he's handling that really well. You don't love seeing Teddy be indestructible when you go for that SP2, but I think the point up there is just to whittle him down. Enzo really needs Fury to throw the SP2 just in time. Just in time, he gets it off. Whew, that was close. Okay, Enzo's got a shot. We've seen this, though. I think it was GhostDog who had the matchup versus Fury. He clearly had it won. He was on his way, and then Fury did Fury things with the SP2 at the end and decided not to let that happen. Enzo really smartly just plays it patient. Doesn't force that SP2 early, sets up, gets a little bit more going. That incinerates ticking, tick, 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 like MP Blaze used to say. Gets it done. He doesn't know he's won yet, but I think, yeah, there he goes. You can see the look on his face. Nicely done, Enzo. That was some clutch play. Clutch play. What's up, Snoops? What causes the Hulk indestructible? It's hitting him. I think it's on like his third or fourth hit if he's got his charges, right? You got to keep in mind his passive charge. You see those in the upper right-hand corner? It looks like the cosmic symbol. So you got to keep those in mind too. That's why a lot of people don't want him to throw his SP1 because that has a more rapid buildup of those charges. So that's why you'll see a lot of folks try to push him as SP2 or play really aggressive and just not let him gain him. All right, here we go. A decisive game in the 4th round. Let's see who Enzo picks. Goes with Terrax. I don't see GhostDog having a great option for Terrax. Yeah, Pop, there's a lot to watch with Hulkling. I like playing Hulkling a lot more than I like fighting him. We're going to see Nimrod on Nimrod. Enzo goes with the cow. I think that's smart. Pardon the pun. He's big. He's beefy. If somehow Nimrod gets to his SP3, Rintra's probably going to be okay. I think, still lose some health, but he's got a lot of health himself. We'll see how that happens. But also the neutralize. The neutralize may keep a lot of what makes Nimrod problematic under control. The thing is we talked about this a lot in my videos. Rintra's neutralize is so much more powerful against cosmics. I think it increases in duration. I know it increases in potency too. So here we go. He needs to get Nimrod to throw his SP2. Can't just let this keep going. Well, I guess he's got his dexterity buff up, so he's okay there. But you just don't want to mess with it. GhostDog's losing health up there, but he's got his poison aura going now. He needs Terrax to throw that special. Terex is usually pretty happy to throw a special. There he goes. He's got the toxic aura now. I can't think of what it's called, but the acid burn, what have you. Got some nice damage in, but he's losing health. I'm assuming Enzo's running despair and all that. And then Nimrod gets that SB3. Really didn't want that happen. I know Enzo didn't want that happening. GhostDog's playing well up there. Looks like he's got the acid burn on again. He's getting some nice damage in with it. I was so wrong about Rintra on that SP3. But GhostDog's playing well. He's winning this, in my opinion. And it looks like he's going to finish it off. Yeah, Laser. It's so much harder to keep the neutralize up against a non-cosmic for Rintra. Well done by GhostDog. You can see him celebrating a well-earned victory on that side. Very, very well-earned victory. Comes through. Enzo played phenomenally. Both, put on a total show today. Put on a show. Showed us champions that we don't regularly see. A lot of in-game knowledge, a lot of drafting knowledge. I loved it. I love it. I do apologize, everyone. I've got to go. And I had told both these gentlemen was not going to have time to do a post-match interview, but they both were phenomenal. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in the chat. I really appreciate it. If you all do me a favor, go support them. The links to their channels are in the chat and in the description. It would mean a lot to me. And I know it would mean a lot to them. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Huge thank yous to supporter extraordinaires, both Adam and OG Highline, and everyone who stopped by in the chat. We will be catching you again real soon, potentially a matchup tonight. And then keep an eye on my Twitter feed for more matches as we head into tomorrow. I know there will be one with B Manny and MU8s, I believe. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care.